Hi all, today we will discuss about this three layer of architectures by using API gateway and microservices. So if we'll go here, we have a client app. So that's client app, how client app is interacting from web app or web SPA. So this client will either we have any application based on Java or .NET or any other sub application where client want to interact, and they will send the request. So once the request will come from the API gateway, so the API gateway will take care, and as per this request from the client, they will send this request to the particular microservices. So here, suppose we have a multiple microservices are there. One is a catalog microservice, one is basket API, another is discount, another is order. So these all are the microservices which have. So as per this request which is sending from this API gateway, they will get a request, and we have a multiple API call with this, and also we have a different database connectivity. So suppose catalog API, we have a MongoDB connectors. So the MongoDB connectors will communicate with the Mongo database. Backend basket API will have a Redis cache, which will be implement the cache implement functionality, and they have also some streaming processing. So streaming processing will happen either RabbitMQ or any Kafka. So here they have some functionality which need to be used for this RabbitMQ. Discount gRPC, we have some separate database. It's a relational database where we are using, and order API also we have some SQL server or any other database which have a relational database, and there also we have this order API rapid queue, which will be get the request response from this messaging queue. So either why we are using for RabbitMQ or Kafka and all for this asynchronous communications, which will be taken care of the multiple microservice handling, and as per the request they will send the response or data. So in that cases mostly we will use for this, and while you want to use for this logging and monitoring these tools, then you can go for this ELK and all, elastic load, ELK functionalities and all. And here see, this is the flow where this admin or any client will send the request. So this authentications will happen, and after that authentication or SSO, through that it will go for this IAM users or IAM layer. So this IAM layer or API layer, so that will API layer will send this request for the streaming. So what type of streaming will be there, either maybe depends on the requirement. We'll have a RabbitMQ, Kafka and others. So this data will be have a observability platform, so that there we have a configure any ELK or Splunks and all. So that will be managed by this elastic log stack Kibana. So that will be manage the logs detail. So how this behaviors will working and what are the issues and all will happen. Through that they will create a trace ID and SPM ID. According to that it will be generated, and then in that the streaming process will happen. After that we'll have a multiples controls will be there, like alert control command have a REST call which will be taken care of the management admin system. Others we have a BPM, business processing management. So that business processing management also we have a different REST call. So that is REST call, either we have a REST or SOAP call will be there, which will taken care. And others we have a file transfer protocol. So this file transfer protocol will have a file based system. Suppose if the resource has sent the request and that need to be informed or stored somewhere in the file systems. So how you will do this one, this streaming data to file systems and all. And then others is legacy systems and database. So in database, if you want to save the details, then directly you can save the details from the database. And then integrations layer through this REST and gRPC. Through that we will communicate our business logic, where business logic will be based on this Spring Boot microservices and .NET platform. So as per this, and if you want to communicate or integrate with the Kafka, then we have AMQP, RabbitMQ or Kafka that we have to use here, and based on that event backbone. So these all are the event backbone which have we have a producer, consumer, clusters and all will be defined here. Through that will be communicated this layer and then sent with the request. And then Others we have a like suppose if you have a multiples others uh, things are there, devices which need to be communicated here, like we have a home alert devices or car alert devices or any sensors and all. So in that cases we'll have a REST call or sensor device command by using REST and MQTT. Through that we will communicate the details, and then we have to send the details from one to another. So like that we have a business process which have finished, and internally how the client will communicate it, which layer will be required, what are the layer from which purpose and all. So like mostly we have a API gateway, microservices, Spring Boot, client request, and database communications, and then we have a synchronized communications with the RabbitMQ, Kafka and all. For the alerting and monitoring, so we have a ELK and all, so which will be taken care, all the logs and all. So like that these things has been defined here to develop any application. Depends on the requirement on project, we have to change the architectures and all. Yeah, thank you.